Hi, wanted to share something with you. The other day I was fooling around with a 12-tone tone row sort of thing, which is you take the 12 notes of the chromatic scale and you like pick a random order of how to play those 12 notes, and see what you can come up with, whether it comes up with a melody that you find interesting or not. And I don't usually use the 12-tone method the way Schoenberg did, because he had a whole method of doing all sorts of. But I tend to like using it in order to find interesting melodic concepts. So what I came up with that day was this tone row right here, which sounds sounds like a bunch of random notes, I think. At this point, I've played it enough and fooled around with it, so it sounds like a specific theme that I've turned it into, which is just basically the same notes with a little bit of added extra stuff. I found that I like the pause to be like almost halfway through, stopping on the F sharp and stopping on the A. So and I found I really like that, where the pause was, and then I decided to add some chords to it, and this is what we get. So that made me think a little bit like the movie franchise. And I'm not saying that that's a great Bond theme, but there's something about those chords that just gives you a sort of a Bond feel. And that last note ends on an A down, and I just brought it up an octave and played the big chord. And all that is, when you get to those minor chords, if you take the fifth and walk up chromatically to the sixth and back down, then you get that sort of Bond theme sort of thing going on. You'll notice if you listen to a lot of different James Bond themes that they throw that little into the whatever the theme is. So now that we've added that little walking thing from the 5, sharp 5, 6 of the minor chord, that gives us that sort of Bond feel. But the melody by itself, with the chords, almost has a Bond feel all by itself. We just come up and play that big chord, and it definitely gives sort of a Bond feel. Well, that's about all I got for you today. I have no idea. So with all that said, don't be afraid to experiment with tone rows, because you may find an interesting melody that you really like to use for something. They may not make good pop song melodies, but they might make good melodies for movie themes and things like that. That's it.